Test some of this out. We are running a test on this system here. Let me see if I can find what's going on there. I got it. I got it. I got it. There we go. There we go. So we are live now. And I am trying to show something here. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Right? Yes. All right. Are we live? We're live. So, first off, let's start by saying thank you all for coming here to watch this here. If you have any comments, please make sure you drop them in the comments section below. I love to hear it, whether you're watching the live or watching the replay. Let me know your thoughts, your concerns, your questions. Just drop them down there. I love interacting with everyone. And also, do me a favor, if you are not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button for updates and when that bell notifications for any new content that is being dropped. I sincerely appreciate that. Let's get into what today is all about. Today is all about beginner podcasters, people who want to go live. They may be afraid, they don't know what content, they don't know where to start. I'm going to give you a quick little overview of some of the things that I always say, which is my roadmap to podcasting. And I know other podcasters call it their roadmaps and everything as well. And I'm excited about it because why? That means this is your platform. There's no censorship like that. You get to talk about what you want to talk about, share with your thoughts, your journeys, build your community, everything to that effect. And I want to ensure that you start down a road in which you can to grow quickly and through those mistakes. A little bit about myself for those who have not known yet. My name is Lion Flood. Boop boop, the hustler extraordinaire over the shoulder. I've been podcasting for about 3 years, going on 4 years now. My wife and I have a podcast. My son has a podcast. He's 8 years old. He has his own podcast. And then she has a podcast. We have a podcast together. And then I have my podcast here, J1Q. Just one question. What's your question? Is the response. So um, let's go ahead and jump into this. And while I'm doing this, again, if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in there. I don't mind. I can stop while we're doing this and I can figure it out and find out what your question is. So don't be afraid to, throw a question in while we're doing this here. And actually, let me do this here as well. I just want to ensure that I can see your questions when they do come up. So let me make sure I got one strategy here. Let's see where we at. And is that there we go. All right, so I can make sure I can see your strategies as well. Make sure that's still on mute. Perfect. And let me slide that to the side. Got it. All right, so let's jump into exactly what we're doing here for our roadmap. We've got kind of a few sections that we're going to do. And I know, as most of you, I am excited. New year coming up, and we're excited about all the things that's happening. As I tell everyone, if no one else is going to clap for you, clap for yourself. Anyways, without any further ado, let's jump right into it. And what do we have? Our roadmap to podcasting. Here are a couple of things in which I always say you need to make sure that you have. Number one, planning, right? You need to prepare for a successful launch for your podcast. It all starts with that. Your audience can tell, they know if you are jumping on the mic and you don't have a plan and you're just rambling. They want to listen to you. They want to know your story. They want to know what's going on in your world. They want to know what some people you're talking to if you're doing interview podcasting, right? They want to know those things. The second is branding and graphics. You need to start working on those. And there's simple ways. There's somewhere you can pay for it, Fiverr. There's somewhere you can do it for free, and Canva. If you aren't familiar with either one of those, we go over those inside my boot camp, my program. They're very simple, and you don't have to be an extraordinary person. You don't have to know all of that. Even to the point of, I'll show you my graphics here. This is designed in Canva. Everything you see here is designed in Canva, and it is not hard or anything like that there. So, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull up my let's see. Let's do this. And then while I'm doing it, I'm going to pull something else up. But branding and graphics, right? You want to create a cover art and a brand identity. So let me do this here really quick while we're doing this. Okay, so I'm going to just put me on camera here really quick. All right, so we can see it. The third one is website and media hosting. You need to find a place where you can that will support your podcast. You're going to build a podcast ready website, which is very simple. You can go to some places like Square, Wix has them. It does not have to be anything that's super expensive or too extravagant. Then you're also going to find a podcast media hosting that can store your MP3s and your files. If you plan on trying to put this on your website yourself, you're going to run out of bandwidth. You're going to run out of space. It's going to be lagging, and your website being slow is the last thing you want to do. But you want to have a website where you can embed your podcast onto there so people will be able to see those. Okay. Four, podcast production. What does podcast production mean? In order to launch your podcast, you must record it. You got to edit it. Then you got to publish it. One episode, right? That's what you got to do. Bottom line, in order to say you have a podcast, you can do those on some of the hosting sites, Libsyn, Captive, Anchors, a few of them. We have some on Anchor ourselves. I personally use Libsyn. I would recommend it only because I'm familiar with it, right? Some of the other places, some people might recommend as well. And I do have an affiliate link with Libsyn. I always tell people, so I do get a little portion of that, not from you, but from them. Who better to pay my salary than someone else, right? So, five, we're ready to launch and to share to the world. Are you ready for that? You need to go ahead and step up to get to that point. Do not be shy. Do not be scared. In my course, I tell all of my attendees who are coming in, just press record. Just press go live. It is better in my coaching program that I'm in because I'm still learning. I've been podcasting for about 3 years, but I'm still learning. I'm ready to grow. I want to keep growing, right? So I have podcasting coaches, and I pass some of that knowledge down to you. Right? And my coach always says, just go do it ugly. Just do it ugly. Don't worry about perfection. Just be productive. That's what I say. Don't worry about perfection. Just be productive. Just start and press, and you're going to learn. Press record, and you're going to learn better from those mistakes, right? Launch your podcast. Number 6, marketing. You got to learn how to market your podcast to get out there. Just having a podcast and you thinking, well, people are going to hear it and they're going to listen. They're going to come. Yeah, a few, but you got to be able to market it, whether it's on social media, whether it's out to different other podcasters and learning. One of the absolute best ways to get listeners to your podcast, what most people may not know, is to be on another podcast, right? Getting your podcast out in the world about it. And number 7, monetizing. Optional. Some people don't want to worry about going that hard and that deep into getting monetized. Currently, we have 2 of our 4 podcasts that are monetized, and one of them is close to being monetized as well. So we're getting paid for some of those. But some people just want to do it as a hobby, a therapy session in order to get their word out, something that they want to share. Okay. So make sure if you want to know more information like that, here's some of my contact information. DM me. Also, if you want the word podcast, I'm going to be doing an introduction into that as well. And actually, you know what? I'll show you one more thing. Let me see if I have this up. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Equipment. Also, what do you need? You do not need something extravagant. You do not need something extravagant. Let me say it to you again. You can start a podcast with your phone, record, and then upload to your hosting platform. I don't suggest that for long because, in its essence, podcasting is all audio. There's a lot of people who do video podcasting, such as myself as well. And I put that there for a different type of community who wants to see videos. But podcasting, in essence, is about audio. So start with your phone, though. Just do it. Like I said, press record. Eventually, you can go a little bit further, and I'll show you some of these mics here, right? But the simple process is you get started. Not shiny and not complicated. Don't worry. I always tell my people that keep your equipment simple at start. After all, the simpler it is, the easier it is to record. Easier it is to record, the more regular you will record your podcast, right? The more regular you record it, the faster your audience will grow. The more regular it is, the faster you will get better at presenting it, right? So a simple USB microphone setup can be a great starting point. If you just want to record on your computer by yourself, go for it, right? A co-host or with an interviewee. A good value handheld USB mic to start with is the Yeti Blue. It's a small suggestion, under $100, I think, roughly. You can get them at Best Buy, some of those stores there, and it plugs directly into your computer. It's a USB one where you don't need an interface, you don't need a XLR or anything like that, right? Now, however, though, if you're planning to do a lot of in-person interviews, face-to-face, not online, the Rode Pod mic is a great one as well. About $100. That is an XLR, so you will get a different sound, but you're starting to get a little bit more professional. And then with that, you're going to need to have an interface, something like the Scarlett. I use the Vocaster Hub personally, so I can recommend that one. There's different ones. It makes just for a quick and smooth setup. Not intricate. I love simple and smooth, right? Let me step in, plug and play, and we're on. For those who want to upgrade to something even more of like the Pro, the Rode Podcaster is like the creme de la creme of all of those there, where you can then upgrade to that there. And we use a Zoom 5, which is a digital recorder in case we're traveling and we just want to get something on. But be wary of complicating things too much. Like I said, the more complications means more things that can go wrong. You want to just keep it simple. So I hope this brief little overview here to get you podcasting it's pointing you in the right direction to get you started. I am extremely excited. If you're interested in learning more about podcasting, if you want to start to go live more, just like this, I've actually found it's easier to go live than to record. Trust me, it's easier to go live than to record. Make sure in the comment section you DM and put the word podcast in there so I can know you're interested and we can set you up. We're starting a new course at an introductory level right now, simply to get you going into the podcasting format and frame, right? So I can't wait to see you come and to hear your podcast and to hear what your journey is, right? But if you need to learn a little more about it, hey, you need a coach. You need some teaching. I've been doing it for 3 years and I still need teaching. I still need a coach who's taking me to another level in which we're working on. And I'm extremely excited about that. So thank you. If there's no more questions or any comments, whether you're watching this on a live or on a replay, make sure you put your comments down there. Like I told you guys, I'm extremely excited about this. I cannot wait to see and hear what you guys are doing. I know it's going to be jaw-dropping. Say what? Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for taking the time to listen to just one question. I sincerely appreciate that. And I look forward to hearing your comments and your reviews. Thank you guys. And until next time.
Thank you for listening to Just One Question. I know you enjoyed the show because you made it this far. If you want to hear more, subscribe, share, and don't forget to give us a 5-star review. Now, what's your one question?